Hi folks. I ran into a little electrical problem last night. I've got a Surface Pro tablet or laptop, whatever you call it, and it doesn't plug into an electrical outlet. It's got a special cord that has a USB-C connection on the end of it. And that cord with the USB-C connection, you plug that into a little adapter, and then you plug that into a wall outlet, 110. The part that plugs into the laptop looks like this. If it's working correctly, there's a little white light shows up there. I wanted to watch a movie last night. I had downloaded one. And I had also been using this little tablet to produce a video. I posted that yesterday. Went into Lowe's, out in the Lowe's parking lot actually. They've got a much better connection than I do, even in my home. So I uploaded the video and then went back out again. The battery on this little tablet ran down a bit. Video processing, I guess, uses a lot of power. I didn't have enough electricity to watch a movie. So I took the USB-C end of the cable and plugged it into one of these little things that you plug into a cigarette lighter, 12 volt. It didn't work. If I had it plugged into, when I was up in the cab of my truck, I'd plug it into cigarette lighter port and plug this USB-C in. The little light on the end of the cable that shows charging, and on the computer itself, it's got that little icon that shows battery power, and it'll have a little lightning bolt or something on it if it's charging. It would charge for a few minutes, and then it would stop, and it wouldn't charge anymore. I couldn't get my tablet charged, so I couldn't watch a movie. What to do? Well, I don't have an inverter here in my truck. Didn't really see a need for one, because everything I've got, or pretty much everything I've got, is, I thought, could be run off of 12 volts. And I suppose this tablet, I could probably charge it with 12 volts, but maybe it's these little adapters or something. There's something about this that I could not plug it into my truck and charge the battery. Back here in the back of my truck, I've got all sorts of power back here. Over yonder, I have truck power, and I can plug in there. But that's the same thing pretty much as up in the cab. But I've also got, right up here, I've got 200 watts of solar. And I've got a 100 amp hour lithium battery over here. And I've got a charge controller, and I got a little distribution box. I should have all sorts of power back here. Lots and lots of power. I plugged it in back here. It wouldn't charge. Not with one of these. I had to use one of these kind of adapters to plug in to the for my solar and lithium battery powered system. Same thing. It would charge for a little while and then it would stop charging. I'm not even really sure it charged at all. It wasn't enough to make a difference. I couldn't tell that the little progress bar had done anything. So what to do? I want to be able to charge up my tablet. So I've got a Jackery. It's a small one. It's the Explorer 300. And as you know, that's not a big one. I think I bought it on a Black Friday event or something like that. It's a handy size because it's not very heavy, but it won't do a whole lot. It will charge my tablet up. And I have the option of plugging that USB-C directly into the Jackery, or I can plug in one of those 110 things and stick it in there, because it's got wall outlet things on it. Either way it'll charge. And while I'm doing that, I can plug the Jackery into my camper top electrical power. So I can run solar down to the charge controller and into the lithium battery. And I don't know where the power comes from when it's charging, whether it comes off the solar panels or out of the battery or someplace, but it can go into this Jackery. So while I'm using the Jackery to charge my tablet, I'm also charging the Jackery. So theoretically, the Jackery would stay charged or charge back up if I've depleted it to some extent. I'm testing that theory this morning. I believe I can pass through power. That's my understanding on this one. So if you plug the Jackery in to charge, it can also be powering something while it's charging. It appears to be. The little white light is still on, and by now it would have gone out. But I didn't put in an inverter because I don't have a lot of room back here, for one thing. And I can always do just exactly this. If I need 110 power for something, which is very, very rare, I can just plug it into the Jackery. So that was my plan, was to not buy an inverter and just use the 110 outlets on the Jackery if ever I needed 110. But apparently I need the Jackery also to charge. It shouldn't be dirty power. I don't know what the problem would be, but it's solving a power issue for me. Apparently my laptop or this tablet is a bit fussy about the power that it gets to use to charge the battery up. And using the Jackery solves that problem. So next time I can watch a movie without concern for my battery. I hope this was helpful.